Stars are whispering tales of old, planets spinning, stories bold. Life is dancing through the night, countless worlds in the starlight. Galaxies full of mystery, infinite in their history, beyond our dreams and our sights. Life blooms in the cosmic lights, dancing on the edge of space. Take me away, feeling the universal grace. In the dark our hearts ignite, life across the endless night. Nebulas with colors bright, birth new wonders in the light. Comets trail their sparkling tears, life endures through the years. In the silence of the void, every heartbeat is enjoyed. From the depths and to the heights, life expands through cosmic night. Dancing on the edge of space, and off we go, feeling the universal grace. In the dark our hearts ignite, life across the endless night. Dancing on the edge of space, and off we go, feeling the universal grace. In the dark our hearts ignite, life across the endless
Welcome everybody, welcome to SkyTour Livestream. It is I, Mark Antonio, here with, of course, Daryl Mason. Hey Daryl, how are you?
Hello, Mark. I'm well, thank you. How are you? Hello, everybody. Long time no see.
I know, we are in Benson, Arizona with our telescope tonight. We've got the new telescope up and running. I will give everybody a tour of that in just a minute.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you know any little nuggets of history of the Benson area yet?
Well.
I know one about Wickenburg.
Yeah, we talked about that, didn't we?
No, it was a massacre there back in 1800.
Yeah, that's right.
They called it a massacre anyway.
Yeah. I do not have I might know this because I was probably told by the Bensonites, the people that live there, but I do not know at this point. I don't remember it.
Oh, okay, well, maybe I'll do a little digging.
Oh.
Find out.
Excellent.
I like to know the history of a place.
Sure.
Anyway, carry on.
Yeah, so folks, this is the Orion Nebula. This is just a 1 second shot. It's our low light image that you're looking at here. Let me just take you on a tour. First of all, here is the telescope set up in the building. Okay, there it is. If you're standing in here, this is where this cursor is. That's about how high you are in here. So the telescope's over your head. So that's actually that's pretty cool. This way, when we start looking at things, we can look near the horizon and see stuff on the horizon that we might not otherwise see. This is the roll-off roof. It's supposed to go further. We're working that out. We're going to be changing the system so we can actually roll that off all the way. And that system we want to change. We're gonna get another system that be brought in. The system's going to cost us a few $1,000s to put in. What?
What's that?
We're changing the roll-off system in the building because it doesn't roll off all the way, as you can see. That's a problem. Marianne is here. Hello, Marianne. Marianne is indispensable. You should have seen her go to town with Glenn, another Bensonite person down there, who was a good friend of hers, and they ended up helping install this telescope with me. And boy, oh boy, they did a really, really, really good job. It was absolutely incredible. So I do have to do a public shout out to Marianne and to Glenn and to the folks at Starizona who supported our install the way they did, and to Dean, who is the curator of the mountain where the telescope now is located. And it's really quite something. And I got to tell you, the altitude's 3,600 feet, so you are on a higher plateau than where we were in Wickenburg, where we are in Wickenburg. That telescope is still operational. It's actually cloudy there, and only light clouds here. So it is over 200 miles away from the Sonoran Desert Scope in Wickenburg. So we actually do have quite a difference in weather, actually. And Daryl was pointing that out earlier before we got on the air. This is a different mount. Okay, you'll notice this is an equatorial mount called a German equatorial. This axis right here, this is going straight up to the North Star up here. The alignment with the North Star is not yet complete. So although the telescope is tracking and keeps everything in the view, it's not guiding perfectly. But we're gonna no, Marianne, I'm gonna bring you in. And so that's I'm just giving them an overview. So this telescope is not guiding perfectly yet, and so it will be guiding perfectly in the coming week or so, hopefully. And that's going to be pretty cool. Now,
does that affect stacking?
Oh yes, indeed, because the photos will not be good
Right.
if we don't have it stacked right. Yeah,
They're not in register.
that's correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Some of the Registax programs and such,
Yeah.
won't they accommodate, out of alignment, out of register, and rotation and stuff?
Well, they can't. They can't. Yes, but they can't. They can't handle poor guiding. They can't handle stars that are oblong.
Well, yeah.
And so that's what we're dealing with right now, is stars that might be oblong. But I can show you how it works, because there's no reason I can't just show you. And that's
Okay.
cool, yeah. So let me let me just try something here. I'm just trying to find my webcam here. Everything will be the same as you're used to seeing. This was working a moment ago, so I'm not sure why we don't see it now, but we'll get there. Anyway, so this I'll just get rid of it for now. Okay. So, all right. So here's the telescope, like I said, and that's gonna be out there. We're all good. Everything's good. It's working fine. This is our new control program system right here. This is called Green Swamp Server. It even sports a nice 3D model of the telescope in operation, telling you the exact layout of the telescope. If you look at this picture and compare it to this, it's pretty much the same. It's pretty cool. Let me just take that down a bit. So yeah, so this this is helpful. I'm going to be literally using this stuff over here. This is the same stuff provided by this other program. It's sort of a one-stop shop, and I like it. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and take a few pictures, but I'll have to bring up the next thing, and that is this. This is a program called PhD2. It's a guiding program, and it's sort of semi-cloudy out there right now, and the focus is off just a little. We did focus it the other day, and it looks like it may have drifted out of focus, so we're going to have to get that taken care of. But
And this is through the separate guide scope, correct?
that is correct. You can't really see it on here because it's out in the back here of the telescope, but it's actually quite nice. And what I'm going to do now is I'll try and see if it can guide enough to give us a 15-second photo of the Orion Nebula here. And it may or may not, and that's because we're still working out the bugs. You're kind of joining us as we work out our bugs live, right, so to speak. So this is kind of cool. Right, so here it comes. Let's see what we get. Yeah, see, it's off a little bit. So, and that means that when I come here, I'm going to clear this. When I come here, it will have lost the guiding. Yeah, see, it doesn't have it, so it flashes red. So we have a little issue, and that has to do with the problems of the clouds that are out there right now. So if I actually just select the star, all right, maybe that one. Let's say guide on that. Let's see if that'll work. All right.
Could this be a misalignment between the guide scope and the main scope?
No, it's not that. It's actually they're in perfect alignment. The problem is the alignment that's off is the polar alignment.
Right.
And once that's done, we're going to be able to have guiding done properly. Now this system does do this system does do calibration. So if you've got the guider turned one way or the other in the eyepiece holder, it doesn't matter. You just calibrate and go. So with the field rotator that we're going to get, which is going to rotate our field so we can rotate objects around to best show them in the view, we're going to end up being able to sorry, I was reading Mary Ann's thing. We'll be able to rotate things in the view to get the best aspect ratio, but also rotate so we can find the proper guide stars. Because we have two cameras in operation right now. We've got this one, which already lost the guiding, it looks like. Yeah. So this camera and the other one, the 294 MC Pro Cosmic Ray is what we're using. It's very well matched to the optics of the Celestron 11 telescope that we're using. And I can tell you, I mean, this looks pretty nice, considering we got a little drag on the stars because we're not doing perfect guiding yet. But as I said, you're with us for this shakedown cruise. So I'm going to clear this and start again with this. So this here doesn't. This we need to have the field to be able to rotate so we can catch the stars. And we're not yet. But we'll get there.
I bet you'll love it when you get that field rotator.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
yeah, we sure
uh,
can. That'd be great.
It'll help you immensely in composing images.
Yes, indeed. Andromeda Galaxy could go on a perfect diagonal.
Yeah.
Then we have to calibrate. Okay, now see that shot looks closer. All right. You'll notice also that the focal length of this telescope, this is our field. Look at that. In the other telescope, the Orion Nebula fits entirely in the field. In fact, this is just a fraction of the field. So now we can, for instance, see the trapezium in the middle here. See these 4 stars? Those are the stars that are lighting it up. We can see those just beautifully now. And then we can bring back our values here. So you can see now, you see oxygen, doubly ionized oxygen, putting this greenish glow in here, greenish blue glow. Ionized hydrogen causing this glow, a red glow. And like I said, it's a shakedown cruise. We're not actually trying to do any earth-shattering pictures right now.
I see Barney Gumble. Barney he's belching, he's facing the upper left.
Hey Homer, look, a peanut.
See his eye and his nose and his open mouth while he's belching.
Yep. And there is our Orion Nebula, and I'm going to make that our target name right there. Not bad. We'll save this with annotations.
You mentioned your control panel over on the right a while ago, and you didn't name it. That's still Sharp Cap, isn't it?
Oh, you're talking about this right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Sharp Cap's telescope control. Sharp Cap's attached to the telescope. Sharp Cap's attached to the focuser. Sharp Cap is also attached to the filter wheel. By the way, there's a filter wheel on this telescope. We have a very narrow bandish filter on here called the Radian. We have the UHCS, which is the one we use out in the Sonoran. We have the SA100, which is a gradient, and it allows us to see the spectra, which we'll do. And then we have a dark one, so we can actually do dark frames, and then open for with no filter. We're going to add a filter wheel that has 7 places, not just 5, in the future, and we're going to be able to have a full narrowband set plus all these things, and that's going to be really cool. So our guiding again with the clouds, it's not really working, so that's par for the course. And the other telescope would also not guide on the clouds, which is a problem. So I can just try to pick a star and have it stick with it if it would. Well, try that. And see if it'll stick with it. I had perfect guiding the other night when it was clear, but tonight with the clouds we're not getting the perfect best guiding. But look at this. Look at the detail in the Orion Nebula that we can see. Isn't that something? I can add an enhancement too. I'm going to remove color noise as I did, and I got unsharp mask on. I'm going to actually increase the amount and see if we can see more details crisping up here.
The dark nebula you see near the top, part of it's forming Barney Gumble's belching mouth. That has a name, or 2 names actually, at least 2. It's known as the Dark Bay, and it's also called the Fish's Mouth.
I don't see the fish, unless this is the fish right here. That's his mouth.
That's his mouth. It's the mouth of the fish.
Is this his tail right here?
No, at least what I always see is the fish is the bright wedge shape, sort of like an angelfish shape.
Oh, okay.
That's his tail back there.
Oh,
and then
okay.
His nose is just above the mouth.
I gotcha. Fish have noses? I do want to say hello to friends that are here with us tonight. This is again basically this is first light of the Benson Observatory, which is up here in the upper left corner that you can see right here, right there. And we'll do another tour of it during a daytime stream where you can see the equipment on the back and so forth. This is our control system. It's Green Swamp Server. It's really elaborate. It's got a lot of detail, a lot of things we can use, including a very beautiful rendering of the telescope from this very perspective. You can see the identical perspective. So it tells us the telescope knows exactly where it is. And we can control the telescope here. We have all kinds of stuff. We have many different settings. I did turn voice off so that the voices, the voice, it could get annoying after a while if you're not paying attention, to what's on the screen. Sometimes the voice will start making announcements. What? The 3D rendering is pretty cool. We can make several different types of telescopes. We also have a Polestar alignment tool, which we'll use when we actually do the alignment for real. Right now, in the position where the telescope looks directly north, it doesn't catch the Polaris in the view at all at this point. When we did the initial rough alignment, we kind of had Polaris in there. Had to do a few things to the telescope, and the alignment got lost, but that's okay. We're going to get this taken care of. And I do want to see if I can bring in Mary Ann into the conversation here. So if she's out there, she needs to be ready to go live, because I'm going to try and call her if I can. I think this is her right here. Let me see if I can add her to the call. Just a minute. I'm trying to add her to the call here. Just a minute, guys. All right, well, let's do this. Let me make a group with her in it, if I can. Oh, I did already. Okay.
There she is. There I am, or something.
Yeah, I think you're in here already, aren't you?
I don't know.
Well, Marianne, can you join this call? Let's see if she can join. Meanwhile, while she's trying to figure that out, we will continue here. The other night, too, I did this photograph of Jupiter with this telescope, and I need to show that photo. I gotta figure out how to show it. I gotta show this photo. Let me, it was absolutely unbelievable. When we look at Jupiter with the other scope, again, it's a wide field scope. It's not meant to look at planets. This telescope is meant to look at planets. And so our view is much more incredible. And I think I saw at least 10 cloud bands on Jupiter with details within each band. I was really, really impressed. I'm going to show this to you if I can bring it up here. Let me just go grab it and then pop it up for you. And there it is. How about that? Let's see if this will work. Hey, there you go. Yeah, so here is Jupiter with this telescope. Let me enlarge it a little bit. What do you think of that? That's actually pretty interesting. I'm trying to move it too. Hold on. You can see a moon here that is just on the edge of visibility. But look at the details within the bands. I mean, this is absolutely incredible. This is a view we've never ever had with this telescope. So we're really impressed with how this is working.
When you get up on the learning curve for planetary stacking and stuff, I mean, you'll be able to create images that'll knock your socks off.
No, I'm sure. I mean, and that's the thing I wanted to share with all you guys was this, and I'll do that right now. If I go back to, let me just get back into Sharp Cap here. All right. So let's go back to here. Okay, there's a little button right here, and look what that is. It's lunar, solar, and planetary live stacking. So we can stack planets and so forth. It's really something. So we have 25 stacked of the Orion Nebula with 16 rejected. So we are getting a pretty good stack. But look at the detail in here. Look at this. This is something that has been elusive to us. We've never seen this before. This kind of detail. I'm also going to go to my unsharp mask and actually let's try to pull more details still out of this. You might also see faint trails here. These faint trails are errors from guiding. And that will go away as soon as we get our polar alignment better. Because this program is doing its best to guide. And as you can see, it lost guiding here. But it's doing its best. So not bad regardless. I mean, I'm very impressed with this. Very impressed. Yeah. So anyway, so that's pretty cool. And we'll be able to see many more details. Now, as it is, there's a lot more detail in here than we're actually seeing. I mean, I could pop it up, and as you can see, we can start to really see details. Look at these faint wisps down here. You know, in the Orion Nebula. They're just stunning, you know. And this sharp-edged one here, it looks like it's sharp-edged, but if you were there, you wouldn't even see it. It'd be, you know, several solar systems in width, and you wouldn't even notice it. Marianne says, how would I connect to Skype? Well, should have tried this earlier. I could call you, but then I think I may have to redial you too, Daryl.
Well, do what you gotta do.
Why don't we do that then?
Get in here, Marianne.
Yeah, I'll go and I'll start the call. So why don't you hang up, Daryl, and I'll call you both. All right.
All right, be that way. I'm gonna hang up.
I'll call you right back. All right. So let's try and call and get them both in here. Start the call. It says you're back, and it says Marianne Robb is unavailable.
I see a great big U.
Yeah, I know.
A little bit of me.
I know. I have to share the screen. I'm not. You need.
You
to...
look like Marlon Brando in The Godfather.
Or
Make an offer you can't refuse.
in Apocalypse Now, you were sent by grocery. You were sent by. You're an errand boy sent by grocery clerks to collect the bill. Right. Let me see how. Oh, here's a share screen. And where is it? Oh, there it is. Here's the. Okay, so now you see the screen. and you don't see me
Yeah.
anymore. Marianne, I started the group call, so if you go into Skype, you can look for a group that has you, me, and Daryl in it, and you can join the call. All right. I will wait and see if she can do that. Anyway, so as I said, I'm really happy with the quality of the system and what it's doing and how it's performing. It's really looking good. And I can pull this out a little bit. And that'll... Oh, that's pretty weird. You gotta figure out what that is. That's a guiding thing. Wow. Okay.
Donald Kunzer, yes, this is the new scope.
Yeah, to all of you, I wanted to say hi. I think I meant to go down and say hi to all you stuffies with us. Elise, hi Elise, how are you? Tiffany Echoes with us. Richard Minnick, how are you? C&D Boy, excellent. And this is the new Benson telescope. 4 days of installation. Sam S is with us. Marianne Robb wants to be with us.
We want Marianne to be with us.
I know. SkyTour Live fan is here. MMT, he asked, what is MMT? That stands for Multiple Mirror Telescope. Colo Radio's with us. Nice to see you. Cosmic Ray's with us. Donald Kunzer's with us. Mauston Moxifar's with us. Great to see you. The Goblin's with us. Former winner of equipment giveaway from us. Carl Becker, good to see you. And let's see, Kathy Pernisic, hey, how are you? Yeah. Once I get the alignment, I'll be able to go to things like the Crab Nebula. It's going to be stupendous in this telescope. Hein Sherry's with us. Rockstar is with us. Yeah, everybody's... Jeff Penn, hey man, how are you?
I have a really dumb question.
There's no dumb questions. What is it?
Nothing in what you have changed to accommodate the new scope, operating system, and all that should have made a difference in my chat box from YouTube, should it? Because my chat is acting quite differently.
Nope, it's the same chat.
Huh.
Hey, Fantasy. Nice to see you.
I didn't think so, but I had to ask.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's different for me.
Alright. I'm going to take a moment here. We're going to keep going here on these images. Hey, Carl, thank you so much, man. That's very,
Thank you, Carl.
Yeah, and we definitely need it because we gotta do the we gotta get the new garage door system to open the whole top out of this and everything. It's fun being on a mountain with other professional astronomers, though. That's the best part of this. Because now, right next to the building you see here in the upper left, in this direction to the left, is a string of 9 other buildings, and they're identical to ours, and they have various telescopes. The one next to us is a Celestron 14 being used for stellar photometry. The one after that is an 8-inch Celestron that's being used for viewing of special objects in the sky. And beyond that, I don't know what the others are. There's a few others on the mountain out there. Cool. Then next to us, up on a little bit up the dirt road from us, within sight, we can see it. It's up on the hill from us. Is a set of 30 telescopes, and they're all looking at geostationary satellites. And that's their job, is to just stare at the geostationary birds.
Who's operating that?
Some company is doing that.
Ray, it's the Celestron 11, and I believe it's working at F7, isn't it, Mark?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. This little cutoff you're seeing up here, this is due to the poor alignment and creep of the guiding. And we're using something called an off-axis guider, so this sharp line here is probably due to the off-axis guider prism that's a little too far down into the field. So birthing pains, we're getting it straightened out.
Off-axis guider?
Yeah, we're using off-axis.
I thought you had a guide scope.
No.
I misunderstood you then.
Yeah, no, the off-axis guider, it turned out it would be a lot better for the focal length.
Okay.
Because we have to get a guide scope. If we're going to get a guide telescope to go on the barrel of the main scope, it would have to be a higher focal length to deliver good results. And that's something that we couldn't do. All right, hold on one second. I have Marianne on the line with me, but you guys can't hear it. Sorry. No, they can't hear you now. But if you go into Skype, you should see a group between you, me, and Daryl. And okay, well, do you not see the group?
Marianne.
See Daryl saying Marianne, Marianne.
Marianne.
All right. All right. Well, you keep trying, and I'll be in the stream. All right. Bye. All right. She's gonna keep trying, guys. Marianne is, like I said, instrumental in getting this telescope installed, as is Glenn down in Benson. And that was actually really, really awesome. Alright, so let's see here.
What are you doing for upload, download? I mean, you're not on Starlink there, are you?
No, we do have an internet that provides a reasonable facsimile of upload and download speeds. But I can see that we will eventually be going to Starlink here at the observatory as well. We're gonna, if we leave the Wickenburg telescope and have to bring it to this location at some point, which could be down the road, then at that point we will be converting and using that telescope and this telescope that we have now. And we'll be doing it with Starlink. Boy, look at the subtle details in here, Daryl. Look at the subtle changes in here. This is beautiful in here.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like that over on the lower right. That edge you pointed out right there.
Yeah.
Where that light streak is in it, right to the left of where your pointer is, right there.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah. And a little fuzz ball above it, and
yeah,
there's tons of detail in there.
Yeah, you see the guiding is still off just a little bit, guys, but you know what? I'm happy with the fact that it's guiding at all. So we're getting something out of this, and I love it.
It's funny, if you look at the bright star very near center,
yeah,
and then the one down to its lower left near the bottom, both of them have second stars next to them that actually appear pretty crisp.
Yeah, I think that's that right there, that right there, that right there. These are guiding artifacts that don't belong there.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's a problem that we'll work out. It has to do with when the guiding actually kicks in. So now what you're going to see is this image. That's what goes up there. Again, this mess here, we're gonna fix that. We're gonna get rid of that. So we'll take care of that. But we can see some beautiful stuff here. Yeah.
Ray asks, does the reducer have a field flattener?
Yes.
Marianne called.
Oh. Did she?
Little box just told me.
Well, she's calling me back. Alright, hold on. Okay. Are you there, Marianne? Oh. I think she's in with us. No, it says 203 white. Marianne, can you hear me? Yeah, but you're not in the call with us. You're not in our group call. Oh, wait a minute. Daryl Mason joined. I don't know. I see on my phone you're in here, but let me see something here.
Yeah, Mark, you need to share screen with me again. I clicked on the call button when Marianne came in, and I can hear her now, but my screen went away.
All right.
Guys, if this is too much, I'll go ahead and get off. There was no three-way call that was already in progress. I kind of made one up.
Oh, you did that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys go ahead and go back.
Well, that means okay, you know what? Let me just take care of it. Let me, don't go anywhere. You stay there. You made a three-way call. I have to join this call too.
Okay, sorry about that, guys.
No, okay. This is what happens. We're trying to figure this out.
Oh, well, thank you, Kathy. Wow.
Kathy, thank you. Wow. Yeah, we have great people. You know that?
Thank you, Kathy.
All right, let me, because folks, you guys don't hear Daryl much except through my microphone, which is really bad. Let me see if I can.
Sound different to me now, too.
Well, that's because you're hearing me through my phone. You're not hearing me through my good stuff. Let me end the call I was with, and now I'm going to join this call. Okay. I think we're good now. Are you there, Daryl?
I am.
Okay.
You sound different again.
Oh, hold on.
A little bit of an echo.
Hold on. Don't go crazy. We'll figure it out.
More like a reverb.
Yeah, I think that's gone now.
I think you're right.
Marianne, are you there? All right, there we go. We figured it out. All right. All right, folks.
Now all you need to do is share screens again.
Yeah, I know. We got to do all that all over again. All right. So not a problem. So now I will share screens with them. Pardon me for doing this, folks. I'm just trying to get them in here. Daryl, we always get in here. But now what we've done is now we have Marianne in here with us. And, of course, her importance to SkyTour is legend. And, of course, I can't take away from the fact that she's very important to what we do here. So Marianne is with us. And Marianne, do you want to say anything to anybody while we're looking at the beautiful Orion Nebula? Uh-oh. Hold on. Hang on. I'm not sure anyone can hear you. Yeah, I don't know. They hear Daryl.
I hear her.
I don't think anyone can hear you. Yeah, what's going on here? Yeah, we don't hear her. Okay, so... okay, well... Just a minute. Oh, man, I know how to fix this. I can fix this. People hear Daryl. They need to hear you. So, I'm going to go and... I'm going to bring in another... Stop it. I'm going to bring in another NDI source. It's going to be you. All right. I'm going to add this, and then I have to pick it. I'm going to pick out what you're going to use here. Let's see here. I don't know which one to use. Oh yeah, that one. Okay. This is going to be it. Get rid of this. All right, Marianne, now you should be in.
Hello.
Hey.
Yeah, there you
Hi,
are.
everyone. Is my here?
All right, you're now in the stream.
Oh, fantastic. Well, like I tried to say earlier, I want to, it's awesome to be able to actually say hi to everyone in chat verbally instead of typing.
Yeah.
Actually, since I'm a very slow typer.
Yes, that's all. I mean, that's all true. I can vouch for that.
Well, thank you guys for having me on. I got to say that you got to pinch yourself, or I have to pinch myself probably every day since we started getting SkyTour Livestream South up and running. It was a little bit of a headache getting it all squared away, but my goodness gracious, it's when you put a telescope on the pier and got all the wires and the computer put together, and the first time you pushed the button and the garage door, the roof came off,
Yeah.
and you were able to just wake up the telescope. It was just an amazing, amazing sight.
Yeah, it was just incredible. I was in awe that it went together. We had a couple of snafus. I had a mental block about a relay to control things, and once I solved that, and Marianne was right, she said, you just have to sit by yourself alone, and about 10 minutes later, you'll come up with a solution. And she was right.
Yep, that was how, let's see, that was a relay for...
That was a relay that I thought I needed to open the roof. And it turned out I didn't need the relay for the roof. I had a direct connection that I had made for the roof and forgot that I did that.
And,
I mean, I only had to track about 300 separate little data points in my head. So I lost one.
No, I would like to really do a big shout out, first of all, to Ronald with ERRT Radio that had given us such a wonderful donation for us to be able to buy this telescope.
Yeah. Yeah, he made it all happen.
Yeah, the telescope, we get the pier, getting, but
Somebody made a nice donation for the pier, didn't they?
I'm afraid they did, didn't they? I think you know him. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
get them down the road. Thank
Yeah.
you for all your efforts, Marianne.
thank you so much, Daryl. I'm sorry, I wasn't sure on the pier, but I know everybody's been helping us out with donations. So I think we need to etch Daryl's name in that pier.
Well, it's somebody's name in it.
And also with, we've got Ronald, who again, the telescope, and everybody. This is what's so wonderful about
Yeah,
Central Life.
this
It
yeah,
is a huge family, a close-knit family.
yeah.
Even though we really haven't met each other in person, a lot of us.
Yeah.
And it is so neat how we all get together, put our monies together. We get some great equipment. A couple of us go out, we set it up, get everything done. And now look at the pictures
Yeah.
that you are showing us.
Yeah, there was a few snafus that I had when I was first doing it, but I'll tell you right now, a lot of the people in chat made this happen. Ronald was primary, Daryl secondary, and then the people in the chat we're donating to this cause, and I just want to shout out to them too. They're amazing folks.
Oh,
Yeah.
very much so. And you know what? I'm going to get a list of everyone. You know, that's putting in to Flip Cause. That has been wonderful. Everybody that has been participating in Patreon for the last 6 months or so. That, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that really helps with Starlink. And now, what's cool is this building, and Mark, I don't know if you've told everybody, but the building we have there in Benson has power to it already, so we don't have to worry about solar panels, and hopefully the sun comes out and gives us power. And it also has the internet, so it has everything in this building.
Yeah, but
The
we're paying for that each month.
No, exactly. No, we're paying for it, but it's there.
Yep.
We don't have to hope for the best. Like in Wickenburg, with if it's a cloudy day, we might not have the energy to run the telescope that night.
That's right.
But that's it. We pay for the building. Everything else is there. It's in a very secure spot. There's people that live on site that if there was anybody coming around that they weren't the owners on the property or the people around them don't know that car, they're going to go take off after them and find out who it is.
That's correct.
So this area is pretty safe. And the best part of this whole area, anyone, any of our listeners or anyone ever wants to come down, check out this observatory, go inside, check out the telescope. We can do that anytime. We don't have to worry about permission. We don't have to worry about picking a day to go to the observatory in Wickenburg. This one, we can go out, and if there are any other astronomers that are out there in the area at the same time we are, they'd be more than happy to share their telescope with you and explain things about theirs.
Yeah, I mean, it was really cool
It's so-
because 2 buildings down from us was a gentleman named Dennis, another astronomer who was tending his telescope in this building. And I gave him some ideas for some optical train accessories to actually make his optical path a little bit cleaner. And he pounced on it, went to Starizona, and they helped him out. They, of course, know me at Starizona. And he came back and he was implementing them, saying, I want to thank you because I took your advice. And Starizona said it was good. So, yeah. So that's all good.
Other people that I really want to thank too, Starzona, the guys there, Steve, David,
Scott,
Dean,
yeah.
Scott. They would stop when we walk in. They'd stop maybe what they were doing and ask Mark, okay, what's going on? We had one big issue with, and I'll have to ask Mark what exactly the issue was, but it was with a piece.
Yeah, it's for those of you who know optics, it was a back focus issue. And we were able to fix it. And in that, with that fix, we were able to bring all because what happened was the guiding camera and the main camera, when the main camera was focused, the guiding camera couldn't be brought to focus. So we had to move everything back a little bit to move the guiding camera into the focusing range. And once we did that, it works. So we're good.
I hope, yeah. And we got everything set up down there in Benson. Was starting to put the telescope on the pier. We had a little hiccup where the pier was, where we would like to have the pier. Frank Lopez was our.
He's our point guy from Stellar Visions down there.
handyman putting it up, and we had the wrong measurements at first. We get down there trying to put the telescope on the pier, and it's too close to the wall. I think we got down there on Friday morning, and we needed the pier to be moved another about 6 inches. But
Yeah.
it's screwed into the cement, and we're like, what are we going to do?
Well, it would have worked. It would have worked if we didn't have the additional metal cap on the end of the telescope for dust mitigation. We had that. We had another 17-inch long dust shield, and that actually tipped the scales, and we had to have this giant 150-pound pier moved 6 inches into the building more, and basically be this about the same distance from the north wall. So if you look at the picture here, I can show you. I'll just pull this out here a little, show you. Let me enlarge this.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I'll enlarge it for you. So this is the door to come in right here. And here is the shield on the end, and the telescope is here. So this part right here goes all the way up to there, see it? That's an additional 17 to 20 inches or so. And without that, the telescope would have been fine where it was. It would just fine. But because of the dust issue out there, we had to make sure we put this on. So now that that's on there, this whole pier had to move this way to the right here by about 6 inches. So it was here, and now it's here. And Frank Lopez from Stellar Visions came out and ground down all the old bolts, because there were several other old bolts sticking up out of the floor. And he ground those down, and then he brought us back out, and so I helped him move the pier over. And as I said, it's 150 pounds, so we had some fun moving the pier. We had to kind of rock it. Then we had to get it up on top of the leveling bolts, and we couldn't lift it, so we had to rock it and get one on, bring it up, arc it around. It was actually pretty crazy, and it took us about 15 minutes to do the reposition. And he had to drill the holes, put in the bolts into the concrete, and right now that's looking good.
And this was at night. He came out
Yeah, it
after
was.
he worked all day, and he was out there for about another 3 hours in the cold.
Yep.
And I mean, he could have just told us, tomorrow, maybe I can come out tomorrow.
Yeah.
But no, he came down that evening after work
Yeah, because he
and
knew.
did all.
Yeah, he knew we were working at night at the observatory, and he said, "I'll come out and help you now,"
Yeah,
which is
it
really
was
nice.
Excellent guy.
That's Stellar Visions, by the way, in case, like I said, if in Arizona, Stellar Visions, he actually works in New Mexico as well. And as he did ours, and he had just come back from doing an installation in New Mexico. So, and hi Izabela. Isabella's with us. How are you?
Oh, hey, Izabela.
Hi, Izabela.
Izabela, keep watching your mail.
And Stan.
Might be something flying into the mail.
Yeah, Izabela knows we sent her something as a thank you for all the work she's been doing for us in the background with the app and so forth, which we're still working on, believe it or not. We're still working to get that out. I'll say hi to Stan from Two Rivers. How you doing, man? Yeah. All right, so James Hyatt's with us as well, and that's cool to see you, James. This is the new telescope in Benson. This is just a getting to know you stream. We're working out the bugs. I thought I'd take you with us, for that. And Stan asked me how I like Green Swamp Server, which is this control program here that I'm using. And I like it. I like it a lot. I have a lot of positive response to it. There's a few hiccups that it does that I'm getting used to, but we'll work it out. We'll work it out.
Well, Mark, I see Kathy. Was it Kathy? Karen Belmont. Hello, Karen.
Yeah.
Says that, do you do anything with the U of A and says she's heard that U of A had taken over Biosphere 2, which I believe that has.
I think that's true.
The gentleman that we are kind of renting our space from is the director?
Oh yeah. He's
Kip Peak?
he's Kip Peak National Observatory. He's the visitor center director, Dean. Really great guy, and he worked with us. You know, we're a nonprofit group, so he gave us kind of a good price. I think our rental is half of what the normal rental is for such a site, and I think that he did that because we're a nonprofit. As such, it's still $400 a month. So, but for that, we're getting our power, we're getting our internet, and we might get a break once we put in our own Starlink if we have to. But I'm doing it right now, and I haven't had any hiccups tonight. I'm getting a good upload, and I know for a fact that the guy next to us is running his Celestron 14 and so forth. So there's other people doing stuff tonight as we speak there.
Well, also, Tim Hunter is part of an astronomy club out of the U of A. He was a professor at U of A.
That's right.
Before he retired. So when we get set up here and get settled, we definitely want to meet up with Tim Hunter and his guys and kind of show them our observatory and the photos we're taking. And then maybe we could all get together and they can introduce us to some of the members of their astronomy club.
Sure.
At U of A. That would be really cool to be part of that.
I was showing folks, oops, sorry. My mistake. There we are. Sorry about that. I was showing people this. This is one shot I took the other night, which is Jupiter. I mean, we've never seen detail like this in Jupiter before. You can even see a hint of the blue polar clouds that Juno has been recording.
Yeah.
And you see the modeling up there. So we're actually catching some of this detail. See detail within the bands. And this is a moon. You have to overexpose Jupiter to see the Galilean satellites, okay? But I just wanted to show that we are going to be looking at an incredible capability with this telescope. I looked at Mars the other night, and you could see it wasn't fully spherical because Mars does look gibbous at times, like a gibbous moon. Even though it's further out, it does have a gibbous appearance depending on where we see it in its orbit. And you could see the polar cap. You could see Syrtis Major, which is a dark area on the surface. And it was incredible. Now, I tried to save that, but that was like an early photo, and I didn't really get to save it the way I wanted to. Let me see if I can pop the colors a little more. Yeah, I just gave a little more color to it. So you can see these red areas here, the brown here, and the red spot. I'm thinking based on the fact that this is still not flipped like the other one. I think the red spot's probably going to be up looking like it's up here somewhere rather than down here. I have to check. But anyway,
Better and better, because he said that I've been waiting for this forever. His telescope would never get this kind of detail. Well, we're still working out the bugs on this telescope, and let me tell you, I would say probably Mark, 3-6 months from now, there's going to be brilliant photos.
Why 3 to 6 months? I think after we get
6 days.
After we get it polar aligned properly, we're gonna have no problem getting deep photos. I do want to show folks too. I want to show a few other things. I'm gonna save this one last time. All right, and we'll save it exactly as seen. And then we're gonna get out of this right now, and I'll go back to our classic 1 second low light view. All right, and then we'll do this. Okay, So, all right, so this is our low light view now, the live view. This is a live view of the region of the nebula that we're looking at. You can see a little hint of nebulous detail here. But now watch, I'm gonna, you see, this is the size of our field right here. All right, I want to take us up a little bit higher into the nebula. So I want to.
Have you calculated your field yet?
Yeah, I have a field calculation. Let me go here, and let's see. Do I have it selected? Oops, no. All right, let me go back here. There we are. So we're up in Orion here, and did I do the calculation? Oops, that's a mistake.
I mean, the 10 inch is
I did. See, look.
1.5 by 1 degrees.
Yeah, it's 33.5 arc minutes by 22.8. So 33 by 23 arc minutes in size. That's the new field size. Yeah. All right. So I'm selecting the wrong thing here. Now I don't. Like I said, it's not as accurate because the polar alignment's not good. So if we try to go huge distances away, we're not gonna catch the things we want to see. So what I'm gonna do is, let's go here. Now I don't see. I want to see the trapezium. I don't see it. So I want to find the trapezium again, which is going to be up here. You'll notice that I'm going odd directions with the telescope. That's because of the fact that we need to do a little bit of work with the field rotator, which we don't have yet. Okay, so this is good. So that's what we want to do. And knowing what we have right there, okay, if I go in here and we say, okay, let's just have it tell me which one is which. We say NGC 1976, that's actually this. We can say center in the view, and it will center it in the view. All right, so here it goes. It's going to center it in the view now. So we're centered in the view, and if we look at our reticles, we'll see that we are indeed centered in the view, which is kind of cool. All right, so that said, that's a new one. I haven't seen that one. So, okay, that said, these details, again, we have high clouds out there, by the way. It's cloudy. It's not a pristine night. But we can try, since we know where we are here, and let's, we are, where we're located right now is here. Okay, all right, here's what we're going to do. All right, watch. I'm going to come back here, and we're going to come down into here, where we actually are located. Okay, which is here, and we're going to synchronize here, so you're going to see the crosshair come down in here. So that's where we're located right now. So now what we'll try and do is look up at, let's see if we can capture the horse head. Again, we may not get it because we are literally struggling with the alignment problem, but we're going to try it. So you'll see Orion's nebula disappear here as we make our way up to the horse head, and it's going to be like this. All right. Alright, so we're going to find out if we caught it. Again, we're like I said, we're kind of crippled a little bit.
Oh, speaking about crippled,
Yes.
have you told everybody that you are not allowed to use sharp objects while doing some work on the observatory? Just trying
Are we gonna
bring
talk
that
about
out,
that
yeah.
now?
We're waiting, right? So we have time.
Okay. Well, you might as well tell everybody then.
Do you have any pictures? You should have them. I can't put them
They're
up.
in Facebook, and you can get them. And you already did a post on it, so why does anybody have to know?
I know. Go to my Marianne
I think it
Rob's
worked.
Facebook or SkyTour Live. I believe SkyTour live stream with Mark D'Antonio.
There it is.
Live stream. Oh,
Yep.
okay. Hold on with that. That's wow.
Yeah, that's the horse head. Now, it's not guiding right yet, so we have to find a guide star. And it's going to want to find a very, very small guide star. Now, it says I'm calibrated. That's good. I don't have dark frames yet. That's something I need. But if I come in here and I am taking 2.5 second exposures. That's why you see it change moment to moment. Right. Oh, what's it doing that for? I'm already connected. Okay. So now I will select the star, and I'm going to select this guy. It will select the star by itself if I have it do so, but I just did that.
I have a question.
Yeah?
ZWO has another camera. I forget, maybe the 2600 that has
Oh,
a
yeah.
built-in off-axis guider. Would that benefit you any?
That's the Duo. And I was going to get that one for this telescope. But then I realized that the guider is going to be behind the filter wheel.
Oh,
And we don't want diminished views in the filter wheel. This is an undiminished view.
okay.
Yeah. Now, this looks kind of ratty. I know that, guys. But what you need to know is that it doesn't see that. It sees these little dots. This is an artifact of the prism that's actually sticking its nose down in there. Yeah, and it's not able to hold guiding on this because of whatever reason. Not sure. Alright, well, we'll try it. See what it does. Alright. Now I'm gonna try and do a live stack. We won't do 1 second though. Oh yeah, we're doing 25 seconds, so that's good. Okay, this is all good.
All right, let's finish talking about Mark and hurting himself.
Wait.
Just Mark doesn't need. If you give him anything, don't give him a sharp razor
Ugh, that's terrible.
because he has no idea how to shut that sharp razor and he cuts himself.
Yeah,
And you have to
I did. I managed to do some pretty.
first aid.
I managed to do some pretty, well, cool things out in the desert. I did.
Okay.
Cool thing.
I did some really cool things out there. Yes.
Sound more like you injured yourself.
Yeah. That is Mark's. Fantasy said that maybe Crayola scissors might be good, but they're probably still too pointy for you.
Yeah. Well,
And
you
too
know
short.
what? Fantasy, you can go just stick your crayons up your nose. He's a good guy.
No,
He's a good guy.
everything went
We're good.
everything went really well. And I know, real quick, Mark, I know you're getting this nebula in, but one of the things that are the observatory, the only real next, fixture or one of it's the garage door opener is the only thing that we need to be replaced or fixed, where I think you showed them the roof doesn't go all the way to the end of the building.
Yes, I mentioned that. Yeah.
Okay, and I talked to Frank about that just before I came back from Benson yesterday, and it's going to be a couple $1,000s to get this done. I just want to tell you and Daryl and everybody that I'm going to pledge, I'm putting in $500 to start the donation, because
Wow.
this roof really needs to be flush to the east, so we have no areas where the telescope might be blocked in any way. We want to get great views to the south, to the north, and that's the biggest thing. And if anybody, if they would like to, donate just a small amount, like Kathy, I believe it was, Kathy did today. I know that there was a couple of folks that gave us some donations today, and thank you so much. Every little bit helps us.
That's incredible.
But I just wanted you to know we're gonna put $500 in, and hopefully by, say, the next 4 or 5 months, maybe we might have enough to replace the roof on the building. I think that would be really, really cool.
Yeah, the most important thing to do is to, as you can see, the guy is not working well for this yet. The most important thing to do is to try and get the roof all the way off the building. Because that's something that we have not done yet. We couldn't do yet. So we're getting there.
Is this a matter of replacing the entire roof, or
No.
replacing the track?
Yeah, replacing the opener.
Yeah.
Because the opener, the adjustment buttons to manage how far off the roof goes are missing. There's a hole where they're supposed to be, and there's nothing in there that you can turn with like a screwdriver. So it is rather frustrating.
Oh, we'll get it
Yeah, we
in
will.
time.
We will.
Get all that fixed. I mean, look at the great stuff we're doing now, and if anything, maybe tomorrow, David might be going out from Arizona. Maybe he'll be able to go out tomorrow or sometime during this week. Go down there.
Yeah,
and get
I hope
the
so.
telescope blind. That'd be
I hope
awesome.
so. Yeah, I think that'd be really cool if he could do it. Let me do this now.
I have a question.
Yeah, no.
When you have a moment.
Yeah, go ahead.
How does the footprint, the floor space dimension compare to Wickenburg? What I'm getting at is, do you have room for more telescopes?
Yes, we have room to put a second full system in there. And I'm going to be putting smaller, wider field cameras on each of the telescopes, so that we can do very wide field, like just telephoto shots of the region we're shooting in the sky. And that's something we're going to be doing as well.
And it's kind of funny. We were talking about that on Saturday, I believe, when we were down there. But, it was really interesting that even though the Wickenburg Observatory is 11 by 11, and this one is a 10 by 10 building, I feel like we have so much more room in this building. We can walk around without worrying about hitting the telescope or the desk where all the computers are, or even when two people are walking around. You have so much more room in there. So when the next telescope, if it comes from Wickenburg and goes into this observatory in Benson, we'll have plenty of room. I'm impressed with the room in there.
Yeah, and I measured the footprints. I went into a CAD software, and I actually made a ring of avoidance where you can't have anything in there beyond a certain size. both telescopes will fit in there with no problem. And I'm happy about that.
I want to talk to you about that offline sometime soon.
Sure.
Talk about alternatives.
Yeah, sure. We are
Hey,
gonna...
folks,
Oh, go
hit
ahead.
that thumbs up button if you like what you're seeing.
Yeah, please, guys, please. We really, really appreciate the... we really appreciate it.
So how's this horse head coming out?
It's not, because it's really cloudy out there, and the
Okay.
guider... If you see these stars, how pointy they are, how focused they are.
Mhm.
Yeah, these stars here, it looks like it's still just a tad out of focus, but it doesn't. I mean, it doesn't really look it, does it? So
Now, the wind is that.
yeah. Oh, we got a star there. Let's try and guide on that. Yeah, it's guiding on that star. It was guiding on that star too. And now it's missed it. All right, may have to do another calibration or something. That takes about 10 minutes, so I'll do it at another point. Yeah, of course.
Well, we'll be getting that weather station that we have. I can't wait till we can get that up
That was
and
a
running.
donation from Cosmic Ray.
That is so awesome. Thank you, Cosmic Ray. We have a spot for it. It's ready to go. We just need to, let's get that installed. If you get a chance to come out here next month.
Yep.
And also we get an all-sky cam out there.
Yeah, the all-sky cam I have to build. And I can build the same exact one, put the same exact software on it, which is kind of cool.
So that'll be our next 2 more little projects.
All right, and Stan at Two Rivers is giving us some ideas about the gate opener, which could be used to do this as well. Thank you, Stan. I'm glad you put that in the comment, so we can actually consider doing it. Yeah, like I said, this is just a quick introduction to systems, and we are underway. I just wanted to bring you along for the ride so you could see what we're doing. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Obviously, we're not doing too much by way of objects tonight because I'm looking at many different things as this is working through the sky here and the pictures coming in. I'm doing a bunch of things here. So that's just my thing, sorry, but I'm trying to capture a few things that I thought might actually be better to capture, and I'm not getting it. That's odd. It knows that. Well, anyway, we're good. And if I go to Alnatok, let's see if we can get to Alnatok. It's just a quick jaunt. There's Alnatok. I have to get used to the fact that okay, so the flame is up here, up there, I think. Maybe not. Let me figure out what's going on here. I think the flame is actually opposite that, because I remember this being on this side, so I might have this reversed, Daryl, compared to... Oh wait, is that it? No, that might be it. Let me see.
The dim area to the upper left.
This here, right? I think that might be it. Just a minute. Let me bring it down. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, this is the flame region right here.
Yeah. Yeah, the small star to the upper right of Alnitak, when we talked before live stream, I think, when we were flipping and rotating the image, the orientation of that star was almost directly above Alnitak uh, on the other telescope.
Yeah.
And you're rotated a little bit from there, your present setting, but yes, that's a flame right there.
Yeah, so we'll try and take a quick shot of that. Whatever, it may or may not work, and that's fine with me. I'm just trying to figure out how that can work. Now I have to get our guide stars. Now see, these are pretty reasonable guide stars. I should be able to find one.
Again, the clouds may be hindering that.
Yeah, I think that's true. Let me
Yeah, I would assume when you changed your camera orientation, or when you flipped the field and all earlier, unless you've changed it, I assume you're still where you left it last time.
Yeah, I agree. I think so. Let's see, why did it do that? Maybe the guiding program is something I've got to work on here as well, because it's not guiding properly. So those are the stars. And if I do this, it should automatically select the star, I thought. Seeing it's doing that. That's not a star, that's noise. And that's why I've got to do the dark frames. I haven't done the dark frames yet. Oh, but I can. I can. Let's do 2 seconds. We're going to create a new dark library. Okay. Alright, so now you're going to see something different. What I'm going to do is, these down here, these are our filter wheel. Now I'm going to do darks, and you're going to watch this view go away. Okay, now it's gone. Right, and over in PhD2, it's, oh, duh. This is ahead of the filter wheel, so I can't do the darks for this. I have to do them on site. Then once you do them, you don't need to do them again. Okay, so I can't do the darks here. Now as far as open, let's see what the open view looks like. Alright. Alright, so there is open. This is now just exposed to the sky. If we use our filter, if we do this one, actually this is kind of cool, watch. I'm going to bring all attack up a little bit. I think I did it the other way. This, oh yeah, this is the way I want to go. Okay. So bring all attack up right here. And now watch. I'm going to bring us to the spectroscopic filter. And now we can see all the text colors, and we can see what's what we have inside all the text chemistry, because there's a program I have that I can decipher all this. You can see these vertical bars in here. These are in fact absorption lines that you see inside Alnitak's O spectrum. There's not a whole lot of them in the O spectrum. The hydrogen lines are not very prominent. But we can take a photograph of that and then use it in a program I have to actually look at the spectrum and decipher what we're seeing. And with the field rotator we can do that even better. So there's Alnitak, and there is its spectrum, and we can look and see what's in its spectrum. And we'll go back to the UHCS now. Okay. And I'm going to bring our field size down to here. And now the flame is up here, and so I'm gonna bring us back down, the other down. There we go. Just gonna get, there we go, get that right there, just enough. Alright, well, let's give it a shot. I mean, I can see that we can't see the nebula up here anymore, so it means that there's clouds now over that. It's coming and going, but we'll try it. Now, actually, I'm sure we can change this to, let's try a 20-second shot. Again, without the guiding working perfectly, that's an issue, of course, but you know what? It's alright. We're okay. So let's bring up our live stack. Okay, here we go. Carl Becker, thanks, brother. Okay, so there we go. That's the initial look. We're gonna color correct it and then do this adjustment. Oh, sorry, I had this going too. Alright. Alright, so now, yeah, it's not very good because our guiding is not very good, as you can see. But that'll change. Once the alignment's done, this is going to all be different. As you can see, I think, interesting, it's off on the declination axis more than the right ascension, because that's the north-south axis right here. And so you can see they're elongated in the north-south direction, which tells us that our declination setting on the mount is wrong. And that's good. Yep. Okay, so that wasn't what I wanted. Yeah, so this is really cool. This is going to be such a neat telescope to utilize to look at the sky. Once we're aligned, you're going to start looking at things that we haven't been able to look at before. Things like Neptune and Uranus, Venus, and it's going to be pretty cool. I've only stacked one right here because our guiding is not that good. Well, it still says it's guiding, but I don't believe it is.
If your horizon, your building edge, whatever, will allow you, Venus is making a really interesting, rather large, skinny crescent right now.
Oh yeah.
As it's moving toward superior conjunction.
Okay.
Getting bigger and bigger and skinnier every night.
Yeah, no, it will. It will be conducive. Because we can see literally almost all the way to the horizon with this telescope, because when it's looking toward objects in the horizon, if you look in the upper left corner here, this axis is rotated down, and the telescope is sitting up high and can look left and right in any direction. So we're going to be able to look toward the horizon quite nicely with this.
While you guys are doing this, I am going to say goodnight.
I knew you were falling asleep. I could tell.
Yeah, I'm getting packed to head up to New Jersey in
That's
a couple
right.
of days.
You're
So
going to New Jersey, and with any luck, I'll see you on Monday when I go to Bill's. You're going to be at Bill Skywatcher's house. Bill is a our producer for KGRA for SkyTour Radio.
So do me a favor, keep the snow out of the area.
Yeah,
Little bit of
well,
weather, okay? No ice, no snow, and I'll be happy.
I wish I was in charge of that.
All right. Well, folks, Kathy, everyone, Izabela, and everybody in chat, good night. It's been a pleasure talking with Daryl and Mark and all you guys. This is neat, and I appreciate you guys having me on.
Not a
Good
problem.
night, Marianne.
Good night, guys. Now I'm hoping when I click this phone button to shut me off, I'm hoping it doesn't mess you guys up.
It won't. You'll just
Okay.
leave the chat.
Oh, okay. Fantastic. Good night, all.
All right.
Take care.
Good night, everybody. All right, the telescope is slewing to a new position here. I'm doing what's called a calibration. I want to see if I can get a better result here. So here's where the telescope is looking right now. Now it's going to do the calibration.
I don't remember if I told you. I don't think I did. High Point Scientific evidently has scored the last of the Meade and Orion inventory.
Really?
And they're selling it.
Wow.
With the Meade goes the Coronado solar telescopes.
Yeah.
I don't know how good their prices really are. They look like they're rather proud of the stuff, but it might be worth taking a look at. I've been getting emails almost daily from them, everything they're putting up for sale.
Well, High Point is where we got our Sonoran telescope, the one for they're using out there now in Wickenburg, Sonoran. That's where we got it. So I think that's pretty cool. Here we are. All right, so we're doing a calibration now to see if we can get. And calibration takes some time, so it's actually doing. It's actually calibrating the stars, but it looks like it hasn't found the star here, so it may be messed up. The calibration may mess up. I probably shouldn't be doing this on a relatively cloudy night. But don't worry, we'll get it all figured out. In any case, guys, I wanted to show you just a brief overview of what's going on out there. Again, this is Green Swamp server that we're using here. This has full control of the telescope. This is the telescope out in Benson. It is on the north side of the building. That's the north wall right there, right here. Here is the western wall. Eastern wall is out this side, and the southern wall is behind us in this view. So in this particular location, we get an almost unfettered view. So, not bad. Hey, Sheldon Harrison. So we're gonna let this do its thing, and then we're gonna close down for the evening, and we'll see you in the next time. And the next time we have it up, it's gonna be far more. I think far more able to do what it has to do, because we're going to be looking at a very nicely aligned telescope at that point. So, not bad. All right. I'm just playing with this webcam again while I'm waiting for this calibration to complete.
I think you're going to have a bit of a learning curve ahead of you.
Well, I've already been using it since I was out there. I was actually doing all this out in Mesa before we even had it running, before we even brought it to Benson. I had it all set up out in the backyard at the SkyTour headquarters, Marianne's place out there. And it was actually pretty cool. I had everything running, and the only snafu I ran into there was the back focus issue, and we took care of that with Starizona. Kathy, thank you for joining us tonight. We're heading out as well. We're going to be coming back, and you guys are going to see this telescope a lot more. And as Izabela hinted earlier, we will be doing a stream where we have both telescopes operational at the same time, and so we'll be doing that. All right, because I have a goal, something I want to try when we're actually having both telescopes open at the same time. By the way, the other thing this telescope is really good at is crater diving. We're going to be able to look at the moon now and just look at it with nice detail and zooming in. It's beautiful. I was astonished at how much detail I could see in the moon. I forgot how beautiful the moon is.
Oh yeah.
The wide field scope doesn't have the resolution. It's kind of, it's kind of like people say, well, why can't the Hubble Space Telescope look at the moon? It's so sensitive. The sensor is so big. Yet the problem is the size, the magnification that the Hubble has is such that looking at any of the Apollo landing sites on the moon covers anywhere from 1 to 3 pixels of the image. So the entire landing site is going to be 1 to 3 pixels. So you can't possibly see the landing site because a pixel is only one color, and it takes thousands of pixels to make up a picture. So when you're looking at a vast nebula out there, that's one thing, but when you're trying to look at a point at the moon, well, now you're asking those same pixels that are going to be large enough to bring in all this broad data out there in the distance. You're kind of trying to actually ask those same pixels to now look at a very small object that's 240,000 miles away. And it can't do that. So people think that, again, it's like with our telescope. The wide field system that's out in the Sonoran is not this telescope here, which is actually a telescope that is a higher focal length. You saw the difference in the magnified view, and we don't have that. We have two different types of telescopes doing two different types of things. So this is the one that we're going to use for looking in up close and personal in details. I can't wait to image Thor's helmet with this one. I can't wait to look at some of the things like the Crab Nebula and some of the old standbys that we've seen. What this will not be good at is looking at objects like the Spaghetti Nebula or the Witch's Head. It'll be wonderful looking at areas of the Veil Nebula, but it's not going to show you all the Veil unless we do a mosaic. So it's not going to do that. So the truth be known, this is going to be this is a telescope that's going to be high focal length, so it's good for looking at small details within these objects. The Ring Nebula will be beautiful in this. Some of the other nebulae that are out of our reach now will be good in this. The galaxies out there will be excellent in this. So when galaxy season comes up again, soon enough, we will be able to see a lot more detail in the galaxies. I can't wait to image M81 and M82, Bode's galaxies, with this instrument.
Galaxy season is not far away.
Yeah, I just said that. You're right. It's not far away. Coming up soon. So we will indeed be able to see some nice detail in galaxies with this system. I have a feeling that's the best thing for it. Oh, and Izabela points out, globular clusters will be spectacular.
Oh, yeah.
Omega Centauri isn't going to fit in our view. It's going to be bigger than the view.
Can you reach that far down?
Absolutely. Already tried.
Okay.
Canopus was very high in the sky.
Oh.
Yep. All right, guys.
Alrighty then.
So you guys have a good night, and we will catch you a little later in the week, hopefully, with another stream with an aligned scope, all ready to go, and a refocused guide scope that matches the main scope. I did the alignment, and Marianne did the focusing, and she did a good job, and she's actually quite close. But there might be there might be a few things I'm missing with this particular guider, and that's okay. You know, I'm okay with that. We got a lot to do and a lot more things to learn with this new system. However, I will say this. The Sonoran telescope is going to be converted to this mount, actually. We have a second one of these mounts already, and we're going to put the Sonoran telescope on that, and they're going to be twins in here. 10-inch with a 10-inch versus an 11-inch, 10-inch wide field versus a 11-inch higher focal length system. Neat. All right. So there's the progress, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So hopefully we'll see you later on this week. Now, if Sonoran clears, well, we'll stream tomorrow from the Sonoran if it's clear tomorrow, or the next day. So we've got plenty of things to do. So you guys have a good night, and thank you for joining us tonight on our first light for our Benson telescope. And we will be back to you later on in the week. So good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Stars so bright in the sky, on Arizona nights they fly. Nebulae in colors rare, galaxies beyond compare. Sky tour in the night so clear, brings the universe near. Real-time wonders to see, streaming light for you and me. Lift your eyes to the skies, universe in all its light. Sky tours bringing the views. Every night feels brand new. In the dark, the night unfolds, stories of the cosmos told. Through the lens, a distant dream, living real like a gleam. Far away, up so high, across the stars beyond the skull. Through the lens, a distant dream, living real like a gleam. Lift your eye up so high, across the stars beyond the sky. Sky tour shows us the way. Lift your eyes to the skies, universe in all its light. Sky tours bringing the view.